Adventure Gear by KLiM, because sometimes you have to learn things the hard way.
Connected.
I'm at the Rawhide Ranch, and I am here because I'm understanding from Jim Hyde and Travis, who's one of his right-hand guys up here that makes it all happen, that there is a BMW Funduro that is about 1,000 years old and has been leaning against an apple tree in the rain in like 9,000 pieces. And this is the bike that I potentially will be able to race over the Grand Tetons. Oh, no. I think I've found it. Yeah, I found it. Okay.
This is the Funduro, baby. F650 Funduro, purchased relatively new from Sean Thomas.
So can this thing race over the Tetons and win?
It can. Absolutely.
Can it beat the guys from
No doubt.
Dirt Rider magazine?
No doubt.
Can it beat the guys from Cycle World magazine?
It's a BMW. It's indestructible.
Can it beat the senior leadership, including the president and former owner of KLiM?
It absolutely. It will never die.
All right, what would you, where are the carburetors?
Still to be located.
And you told me to come pick it up next to the dumpster.
Yes. It was in the dumpster. We took it out for you. See that big blue dumpster right there? There you go, buddy.
You took
it. It was about to become scrap. Although we haven't located the carburetors, we've located their fuel supply, and there is still fuel in it, so that's an added bonus, right?
Are you gonna charge me for that fuel?
No, I'll let you have the fuel because it's minus all of the bolts that hold the fuel cap on. Front headlight and cowl, headlight cowl, absolute must, and then your seat. Well worn in for you.
Yeah, this is broken in?
Yeah, broken in just so.
Morning, Jim.
How's the dumpster diving going, Brad?
I'm an environmentalist.
How are you?
Oh, dumpster diving, rawhide style.
You don't have a fucking chance of getting this thing running.
That's pretty decent rubber.
Yeah, it's got good rubber on it, and yeah.
Black Widows come free?
Black Widows come free. And you may have this motorcycle for the purchase price of $1.
Sold in as-is condition with all defects both obvious and latent. I have a latent defect, I'm afraid. Okay, and there's no other expressed or implied warranties or guarantees. Jim, $1. Thanks, sir.
I can't explain it, but some people are just born for adventure. They hear the calling and are compelled to get off the couch and see what's around the corner or over the next hill. Join me on the ride of my life.
So the 626 is 600 miles, 2 days, with a budget cap of $600. 626.
What's really important to us here at KLiM is the culture. And we're motorsports enthusiasts, we're avid riders, and this is what we enjoy to do. And as we continue to grow this business, we don't want to lose that element of who we are.
So we've come together the night before the 626 ride officially kicks off for the bike unveiling. I think 4 of the 7 bikes that are supposed to be ridden tomorrow are actually operational. Sadly, mine's one of the 3 that's not.
You can go out and spend $600 on a bike. That's what you can spend on the total project.
$600 does not buy you a lot of bike.
So you can beg, barter, and steal for anything else to put on the bike after you've spent your $600.
There's some creativity out over here. I got to go down memory lane and see One of the dirt rider guys has a Yamaha DT175. I actually used to own that bike.
You know, I started looking for bikes on Craigslist. I ran across this one. This is how I bought it. I had to clean out the carbs a little bit. The carb is still not 100% where I want it. Other than that, it runs. When I bought it, it was pretty much, there was no damping whatsoever. It was just a spring in there. And so I took those apart and put in new fluid and new seals. I just undid the oil injector because not sure if that was gonna be an issue or not. We can just pre-mix right in the tank, so that's what I'm doing. It makes fueling up a little bit more of a challenge. And I have to make sure that I have pre-mix on me at all times, 2-stroke oil. Other than that, it's gonna be fun.
There's a Yamaha Virago here, which is gonna be awesome because that is like Yamaha's version of a cruiser, so it's like a Harley Davidson.
I found it on Craigslist, not too far from my office. I spent majority of the time just getting the bike running. So I literally had to tear the carburetors apart, clean them out, clean the gas tank out, and find out if there was spark, find out if there was fuel running through the lines, and basically tore the entire carburetors apart, and I still was working on them as of today.
I found my bike on Craigslist in Chino Hills, California. It was $600. It wasn't running. I had to tear apart the carburetor, clean that out. The rear brake pedal here was wrapped all the way around up top, so we had to pull that off, bend it straight. The headlight was angled down into the side, and so we bent it and pulled it up a little bit. There's no speedometer, so we're just gonna be doing a little bit of guessing on there. Just shined up my gas cap today, so I'm confident that's gonna help me out for the trip. A couple fresh stickers. Those are definitely gonna add speed. And that is my bike. 1975 Honda XL 250.
Well, my 626 bike, we got it out of Boise about probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. When we first got it, it was actually a cafe racer. So we put the fenders on it. The fenders are from an XR500. The bars are the last piece that I have from my CRF 450 that got stolen in Baltimore. So the bike didn't have any brakes, so we had to fab a plate and fab a bushing for the back. We had a donor Kawasaki that we got the brakes off of, so things are good there. You know, I went for the 450, so I wanted to go a little bit smaller. I knew that the off-road terrain is going to be a little bit challenging, so still enough power, but light enough to hopefully do the business both off-road and on-road.
When I negotiated to buy this bike, it actually, in theory, should have been the best one and the first one running. It was $1,000 advertised, college student. He was desperate for cash and I was desperate for a bike, so it was a match made in heaven. He had done a lot of the key work. He'd put new brakes in it, new brake lines. He had the brand new Continental knobby tyres because the bulk of what we're doing is going to be off-road. He had this beautiful seat. There's a few seats here that look a little second-hand, and 600 miles in the saddle on these old dogs is going to be a lot of monkey butt, so I'm pretty happy with this bike. He'd rebuilt the top end, brand new plugs, leads. The carburetors needed a lot of work, but I felt that that wouldn't be too big an issue. In hindsight, it has been a big issue, plus the tank had a fair bit of rust in it, so we've had to clean the tank out. And I actually thought when I was looking for bikes too, 650 cc's would outpace everyone else. So I'm a little heavier, but I'm hoping on the actual streets that I'm gonna wear a chesty camera face backwards, we'll attach a seiner and I'll actually get 6 blokes behind me for the streets.
Being that I showed up the night before the race and my bike starts, I don't know that Brett Nichols has a leg to stand on. I have a proper skid plate. He's got 4 header pipes. That's his skid plate.
I've definitely got issues with clearance. If there is any issues, rocks, potholes on this road, you're going to see me lock up all tyres and come to a screeching halt. Hopefully I don't get rear-ended by a slow DT 175 or 200. And once we get the clearance going, we'll see if we can wheel spin in all 3, 4, 5 gears and get back up to speed. It should be good for over 100 mile an hour.
I think that on the straightaways, on the pavement, he's going to eat up a lot of time. But as soon as we get to that gravel, as soon as we get to any off-camber stuff, he's got no clearance. It's just going to rip the undercarriage of that bike right out. Plus, the guy weighs just under 300 pounds, and he looks a little bit like a monkey trying to procreate with a football.
All I really need tomorrow is a wallet and a box of matches. If it stops, it'll be a flaming heap on the side of the road.
I saw Justin Summers' bike, and that thing looks like he rode it right off of the Yamaha showroom.
So this is my 626 bike. It's a 1978 Yamaha SR 500. So anyways, when I heard about the event, riding 600 miles in 2 days, I wanted something to go a little fast, but we're gonna be off-road quite a bit. So I wanted something that's gonna be as lightweight and as simple as possible. So starting out with this bike was originally 6 inches lower than you see it here, which would have been a problem for getting off-road, going over rocks, stuff like that. So these walk-driven shocks on the rear end here came off the front end of one of my snowmobiles, but that's how we got the back end up. The front forks and the triple clamp came off a 96 CR 500. So we had to machine that, we had to weld it, grind it. Anyways, I think it'll last 600 miles. One of the challenges of putting those forks on the bike was hanging the caliper for the exhaust. A lot of grinding, getting everything lined up there. So you can see all these heat marks on the Kickstarter. Had to heat that up and rebend it to get the clearance around the outside here. Guys from Fastway sent me some handguards, so that was much appreciated. The guys from Baja Designs sent me these great headlights. I had to extend the kickstand a little over 6 inches. By raising the bike, we increased the angle on the swing arm here. So this bolt right here lined up perfectly. I was able to put a chain roller right in there to take the slack out of the chain. That's kind of the bike, but I think it's solid. You know, that bike should last forever.
I didn't take any money from any of the sponsors. I got this bike from Jim Hyde for $1. I've got all the receipts. I came under the $600 limit thanks to the guys over at James Lithographics. We got Hyde now rear tire, got a new chain, got some turn signals. I got a clutch lever. That's it, a mirror. And we've got all the receipts. There was no labor charge. So I'm well within my budget.
My main concern for tomorrow is everything holding together. I rode it around the block once and everything seemed fine, but you know, there's a lot of little things that can go wrong, and I won't know until we're out there if the clutch is okay and transmission is going to shift through all the gears.
My biggest concern is the brakes. Just this afternoon we got the rear brake figured out, so we've got to bleed it and got the brake pads cleaned off, so hopefully we've got that under control, but I think that's going to be our weak link if we have one.
If something goes wrong, I have one cylinder, one carburetor. It's as basic as can be, minimal electronics. Really, I just need spark. I don't really need the headlights. Some of the other guys have aircraft landing quality headlights, so I'm sure I can just trail off of them a little bit.
Okay, so the biggest concern I think is these pipes down here that hang down below the motor and the motor itself. So this particular bike doesn't have a cradle for the frame, so it doesn't go underneath to protect the motor. So my biggest fear is big rocks and trees.
Probably the biggest challenge I see with this bike is, you know, it's 100 and some degrees. Looks like that's what temperatures we're gonna be riding in for the next couple of days, and it's a free air bike. You know, so I'm gonna wanna keep this bike moving to keep it cooled off. I think that's one thing. Another challenge with this bike is with this kickstand, with this fuel tank, I didn't have time. I was gonna get the fuel tank pounded. But right now the forks hit the fuel tank, so my turning radius is limited. But other than that, I feel really confident in this bike, and hopefully these guys don't slow me down.
So the sun's going down here at KLiM. We gotta be back here at 5 a.m. to be at the race gate. So it's time to bail, get some shut-eye, maybe get some food, and definitely get some sleep, because tomorrow's gonna be a big one. Dawn comes early here on the morning of the 626.
You know, we've known about this ride for 3 months, but a lot of the bikes last night looked like it was their first time out of the box. So feeling pretty good about my bike. I've spent a lot of time on it, and we'll see how these other guys do.
I got to bed about 1:30. We got in here about 5:30 this morning. So far so good. At 1:30 this morning, I was riding this thing around through all 6 gears to make sure it was running in a neighbourhood in Idaho Falls. So I don't think the neighbours with the straight through pipes really appreciated it.
This is indicating that shortly we're gonna have an incident. What do you expect when you have a $600 budget? You're gonna go 600 miles with $600. The budget that was spent is starting to show a little bit of vulnerability. Yamaha Virago.
We had a little leaky petcock, so it just, for safety issues, just make sure the bike doesn't catch on fire. So we're gonna just load it up so the group can keep going and try to fix it at camp tonight. Switch to the reliable KLR and keep the train moving. It's powerful at first, and then it sounds like a fuel issue, but yeah, it sounds like it's not getting enough gas.
Grab your fire extinguisher, just in case. Yeah. It definitely had dirt in it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, man.
Yeah. Just keep this wrench in your pocket. 12.
7.5 miles, guys.
We're 2 bikes down already. We're 8 miles in.
What's happening with the Yamaha?
You know, we dropped the fuel out of the bowls on the carbs. There's all kinds of crap in them, and they just cleaned them out last night. So I think that tank's just really corroded. I think it's full of stuff. So
What are they running?
Robert's gonna take his bag, see if he can get it running, and meet us up at Warm Springs on the loop around. If not, maybe Birch Creek tonight. If he can't do that, he's gonna go back to work.
Oh well, natural attrition. It's a buffalo theory. The weakest get eaten first. As long as you're faster than the slowest dude, we're all good.
So we're on pavement now. Then we're going to hit the off-road and some ATV tracks, which should be thought-provoking for some of these bikes that aren't really into the whole dual sport thing. And I don't know if there's single track beyond that, but an ATV track should be pretty challenging, and I think it's going to pucker some butts. So stay tuned. This is going to get pretty cool. God, it's beautiful up here.
Nice, isn't it?
Well, now I know what your back tire tastes like. Yeah, you're right. You're not kidding.
I don't mind that back, but that front, I just can't get a feel for it.
No, me either. I'm absolutely all over the place back here. I'm certainly not following your line. Oh, yeah.
You like it a lot?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was both tires in the air. The Fundero, baby. This poor thing's getting hammered.
You slammer?
Oh yeah! Right?
Hey, getting a little tired here.
She's working you. This isn't your KTM. You actually have to ride this bike. Come on, girl. Oh yeah. KLiM Duro. Oh, airtime. Oh. Yeah, getting this thing in the air is not a problem. Landing is.
Yeah.
Oh! Whoa, I just...
Are you bottoming out, or what you doing?
No, I just went up too high and clotheslined myself on that branch.
Yeah, I'm behind you a little bit.
Oh, a little double jump there? A little step up. Come on, baby! Oh yeah! Hello, outside! Whoa, I almost lost that.
Outside didn't make that corner.
Oh shit!
You okay?
I'm up. Whoa! I came off the back seat there. Yeah, both feet came off the pegs on that one. Look at this reveal. What the? You're kidding me. Look at this view. Oh, whoa. I should stop looking at the view. I got something to do here.
The exhaust has got plenty of dents in it and it's separated. It's come apart here, so I'm not really pulling well. I've lost some compression because a couple of cylinders are running out of here, but we've got a nice separation. Yeah.
All right, I'm seeing some dust. I think I'm coming up on Brett. He's on his Cowie 650. Thing's still running. He ripped around this corner. Little hairpin. Oh yeah. Oh, in the ditch. Oh no. Down into the ditch. Shit. Okay. We survived. I'm seeing his dust. Take the outside here. Oh yeah. Oh, I hear him. Oh, through the water. There he goes. The hill climb. Oh, that's him. That's Brad. He takes the inside track. Oh, we're tractoring out of it. There he is. That's Brad Nichols, ladies and gentlemen. Contrary to popular opinion, he actually can ride. Oh, Brett. Oh, yeah. Brad Nichols on the Kawasaki Tractor 650. He's negotiating. Come on, man, trials. Ah, shit. We're lost in the woods. Oh yeah. Go Brett. And he's back on trail. Oh, Brett. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, good riding, Brett.
So the Achilles heel of this bike turned out to be exactly what we expected, sadly. We've just got through the ATV trails, I should say AK, a little bit of single track. The exhausts have been pretty well squashed. Down here, the header is disconnected from the exhaust, and we're about 1.5 inch separation in the back here. So this is pretty useless. I don't have a lot of back pressure, and it's not running fantastic. So we've hit a dirt road section now. We'll head down into Driggs and do a little repair work, see if we can find a mallet and probably whatever clamps I can jimmy together to get this thing to stay partially effective on the streets. But that was fun, that was awesome. We got all the bikes that made it to the start of that trail got through that trail, which is brilliant.
of the smoothest I've ever seen this road.
Yeah, they must have graded it.
My foot pegs are getting tweaked. Yeah, good up there.
Hi.
So I was running out of power pretty much coming down that road. Didn't know if I had a blocked air filter, it doesn't look too bad, or was not getting enough fuel. I'm hoping it was not getting enough fuel because I had a kinked fuel line. So we just cut off a little bit, kind of like a circumcision, just shortened it up. But we're gonna put the tank back on in a second. Hopefully we have straight fuel back in. At the same time, I'm fixing an electrical issue that was plaguing me earlier. So about 5 minutes, should be good to go again.
Is it flowing? You got your gas on?
Yes, sir. Just because.
Just cutting out.
Electrical?
No, I don't think it's electrical. I think it's either the transmission or it's not getting enough fuel or something, but
Does it need it?
that's the thing. I don't think so.
Oh, I think you're okay.
Well, it might,
It's clean.
if it just keeps happening, then, I mean, it's just, I'm literally, it would take me like, I'd be going 10 miles an hour up any grade.
Well, you're almost to the top, so it's gonna level out. So, and then it'll be downhill again. I don't know. It's gonna start raining. Yeah, he'll make it. He'll be good.
Second gear?
Yep.
It took me a long day and a half with him.
So we're on the home stretch trying to make it to the campground, and it seems like we've got a storm coming in from the north, so it's going to be a wet one. We've had a couple casualties. The Cafe Racer just ran out of juice, and two of the bikes don't have headlights, and it's getting dark.
Slowly my bike is continuing to lose compression, and that means just overall top speed and power is dropping rapidly. So you get on a 65 mile an hour highway, which probably means most people are going 70 to 80 miles an hour, and I can only go about 35 to 40. There's no bueno. So for safety's sake, we're gonna scooch on down to the next dirt road and then unload and keep riding.
it doesn't turn over when you crank it, or is your battery dead too?
Battery's dead.
Here you go. Seem to have a bit of a fuel problem with the Cafe Racer. It won't start. We've been bump starting it a couple of times. It sputters and then dies. And none of us really feel like running.
Maybe you should put your mouth over that gas cat hole and blow, pressurize it. Maybe you should put your mouth over that gas cat hole and blow.
If that starts, Justin.
She's gonna start now.
You guys are weird. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Started early, go. Come on, baby. Any kind of strap will do. Who's got a belt?
Okay. Give her hell.
You on there, Robert?
Well, the good news is we've all made it to Birch Creek. What time is it anyway?
11. It's halftime.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is that it?
So we're an hour ahead of schedule.
So we woke up at 4. We woke up at 4 to come back here at 11.
Nice.
All in a day's work.
The long way around, right?
Yeah, this is the long way around. Ewan and Charlie,
We've really
up
got to
yours.
get to catch him
This is
before
off
dark.
the beaten
Yes.
path.
Morning of day 2, a little bit of wrenching of the bikes to keep them on the road. And we've got a new entry into the 626. The Virago, which was on the disabled list yesterday, is now functioning. It seems that after all that wrenching, the only problem is just a little bit of a crimped fuel line. Now that that's straightened out, the Virago is now going to spend most of the day today off-road. Let's see how Yamaha's Cruiser does in the off-camber single track of Idaho.
I thought maybe we just cut a hole out of here. Set that battery in right from the top.
Dude, if that thing's short, it'll cook my ass. That foam compressors. What are you trying to do? Light me up like a Roman candle? Serious battery issues. We used some straps from a tie down, some bolts, duct tape, and a rag. Now we have a new battery holder, and I've got one of the larger batteries, so I am charged up, ready to go. Today we're drag racing.
We needed a new battery, and the battery we got was too big. And we basically duct taped that battery and we're ready to go.
Robert, do you want to turn around and hang with him? I'm going to try this. Whoa. And we're off. No problem. We're going to tractor on through. Made that. That was squirrely. We got 2 down. Turning back. Virago's down and Robert's down. Bikes won't make it up here, so they're going to take the road with John, and he's going to take them around this mountain pass. You know where we're going. Gosh, this is some Lord of the Rings shit. I got it. Oh, wow. That hurt. See, you just saved my life. Oh, yeah. Ain't that? Whoa. Hello, cows.
Well, that's the.
Huh. Did it come out of the carb? It's probably in one of the fins.
Here it is.
Got it?
The unicorn bike had a problem.
Seems Brett and I are boycotting fenders globally.
It was muddy as hell coming out of that valley. You definitely wouldn't have made it up on the 175.
There was this hill that was made out of clay, and it was just, it went from sick gravel and dry to just this deepest, darkest clay you've ever seen. So much mud collected under my front fender that locked my front wheel and was causing my front wheel to bulldoze the sand. You really gotta love the no kickstand effect. This thing just defying gravity, stuck in the muck. My bike can stay upright without me on it. Well, the only way to get the bike to move was to take off the front fender and take out all the mud.
Could it be argued that if this was twisted a little more, you'd be able to carry more speed and not have as big a issue?
It totally seized. It was like cement.
So you've noticed Justin has a new sponsor. He's been riding so good over the weekend. Pennzoil.
Pennzoil stepped up sponsor.
We'd like to thank our sponsors for keeping us lubricated.
Losing the drive shaft bearing. So losing a fair bit of oil, but I got about 3/4 of a quart to get me the rest of the way, so.
But I got a couple 100 miles.
We're not gonna give up yet.
Hello.
Wasn't sure how greasy that corner of my tire is going to be. I didn't dare lay her down. Yeah, I don't know where we're going, but I think the main highway is over that direction. Okay.
All right, I got an idea. We divide and conquer. I'll wait for Dave, or you wait for Dave, and the other guy who's not waiting for Dave goes to the truck, chalice, and that way we just stay in comms. We got cell coverage. That way, if Dave never comes, we still got oil coming.
Okay. I'm on the road. Okay, well as soon as we get into town, we're a few miles away, we'll just go to a gas station first.
Okay.
Justin's bike's run out of oil, so we're going to run some oil back to him. The 175 DT's been running magic, like magic. Up hills, coastal about 35, downhills can get to about 50, but he's out of gas. So we've got to fill up with gas, and Robert and myself. We're a wolf pack of 6, we're down 2 guys. So Joe was with Dave Darm. I don't know if he got that Yamaha Virago going or not. If he didn't, hopefully he's smart enough to ride the KLR and not fight the urge to keep that Virago going.
Oh, look at that. Do you want to ride with Dave Dom?
No. Scott bought me more oil.
You look so much bigger on the film.
Everybody says we lower the cameras. I'm glad you saw the episodes. Watch more of them.
Right,
Watch this one because you're going to be in it.
Give me a minute. Let me get my camera and film you guys.
You can do that.
Do it? Okay,
thanks. So, should we get gas?
We're probably about 130 mile away from the finish line now. So today I put a brand new battery in this morning. Haven't been starting it that much, but yesterday I had ran a brand new lithium battery. Actually, it's this bad boy here. It's pretty light. I didn't have an issue with it until I ran the headlight and then it drained it because it's not recharging. The one I put in today is already dying, so I haven't been able to use the starter. I've had to kick it the last 2 times. So to get over the mountains now, just got this tested at Napa Auto Parts. It's been on a charger and it's 100%. So I've got to swap it out and then bring it home. That makes me happy.
Look at that. Bam.
How's that bunny making you feel?
I feel good. Of all the people on this ride, Brett has chosen me to be the recipient of his affection.
Are you flattered or what?
Well, I mean, I always knew it was there. I just didn't think he would act on it. This is just some beautiful, beautiful scenery through here.
Weren't there some nice corners going through there?
There's such a flow to it, my God.
Yeah. It was nice to ride in the shade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to be depressed around here if you like to do stuff outdoors.
I agree. Yeah, dude, I'd love to have a little spot up here. That's not good.
You alright, Brett? Is he alright? How'd you end up down there?
There it is. It's like trials. Yeah! I never thought that was coming up. Wow, you all right, man?
You're pretty lucky.
Yeah. That could have ended in a quantifiably different way. Were you the first on the scene? And you saw him down there? Oh, shit. That's pretty cool. There's some heavy equipment down there. This is all pretty cool. Here's the ghost town. This is totally the ghost town. This guy knows the answers. The Empire Saloon. This is Mella. All kinds of stuff. First annual 626 is a wrap. Was it what you thought?
You know, 300 miles in one day. It's a long ways on these bikes.
And then we had to do it again.
600 miles in 2 days on these bikes is really a long ways.
The fact that I crossed the finish line with the two KLiM guys who are the hosts of the event, yeah, any other outcome would have been disappointing.
See that finisher? Could not be happier. Brad overall got the best deal. The fact that he was able to get this bike together, the BMW for $1, how you've accessorised it, absolutely phenomenal. I think I got the Mad Max Sound Award. I blew the pipes on this thing, ripped them apart day one, and it sounds like an absolute weapon. Probably robbed 5 miles an hour, which cost me the overall victory for speed, because Brad holds that. But no, just elated to be in Sun Valley. So stoked to have spent 2 days with all these blokes.
Kind of bittersweet, but I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next year.
Awesome event. Disappointed that the Virago didn't make it further, but oh well, that's the way it goes.
Well, that's the episode. Thanks so much for joining me on the ride of my life. Do me a favor, click the subscribe tab below so you can follow us and you won't miss any more episodes.
And if you'd like to hear the podcast version of this, you can go to our podcast page on iTunes, where we have the Ride of My Life there, and you can listen to some bonus tracks there as well. You can reach us at brad@therideofmylife.net and let us know what you think, where you'd like us to feature, if you'd like to come with us, or give us some advice. We'd really like to hear what you have to say. Thanks so much.